Namaste, soul family. It's Sky Goddess, and in this video, before I get on to the rest of the readings, the continuation, which is a form of simulation of my own, I want to talk about the Matrix, okay? Because, a lot of people, they use this word, the Matrix, and some do understand what it means, but some people are, still caught up in, the simulation, still caught up in, the, illusion of what is. And therefore, they kind of have a gist of what the Matrix is, but not, enough to free them from the simulation. So the Matrix, it is a loop. Okay. Damn, I just had an epiphany like a while ago. The Matrix is a loop. It's the looping of a simulation. Okay, I'm gonna get into what a simulation is. But a loop is pretty much a circle, just the same, but it's a twisted circle, much like the infinity symbol, forming the infinity symbol, which makes it much harder for those who are part of the simulation to identify this illusion, this simulation, that they are indeed a part of a simulation. Moreover, to escape, because you've got to first be conscious of something, which speaks of the importance of consciousness, and that stems from introspection. And that's why you got to introspect, and that's how awareness comes about, which is consciousness. The circle, if it was just a plain round circle, regular old circle, it wouldn't have been so hard. But the infinity adds depth to that circle. It adds complexity to the circle. And that's why it's so hard for a lot of people to identify that they are indeed in a simulation, in an illusion, which is the Matrix, right? So the simulation, if you know how to use, or read, context clues, it pretty much tells you that it is a program. Okay? Programming. We're talking about programming, like, as in computer programming. For a brief moment in my life, I wanted to become a computer programmer. And this is because, Aquarius is, the frequency of science and technology. So I wanted to become a doctor. I wanted to become a computer programmer, but it was always something, stemming from that Aquarius frequency, because you are who you are and you just cannot move away from that. So the simulation is cause and effect, much like a program, or an algorithm, because programs, they work off of algorithms. Okay, like, A plus B equals, C, or 1 plus 1 equals 2. If whatever happens, then this is supposed to happen. For people, but with every program, there is a flaw. And you know this, because you see the evidence of this, because like when you download apps from, Play Store, you a lot of times they're like bugs, or there's just some defect, because nothing is flawless, nothing is perfect, and we keep learning that, but people still keep falling for the trap, that illusion that is possible, that perfection is possible. It's not. It's just a distraction, okay, for you to think that it is possible, so you're distracted from the greater matters, and that the fact that you are actually, it's like OCD, you're pretty much doing the same thing over and over again. And what changes, that blows the whole algorithm, is when you do something completely differently. It's like the whole program shuts down, like what's happening now, where the Matrix is like, yeah, like it's choking, because with the C-19, the pandemic. It's like, because like there are glitches, like people who are waking up and being subconsciously conscious that, hey, we've been going in circles, but the infinity circle, okay? And it's like kind of, in a sense, redefining the infinity symbol, or the infinity circle, okay? The looping, the looping circle, the twisted circle, okay? Sounds a bit twisted. So pretty much that's the simulation. It's like, you download like them programs and you notice that I'm touching on the glitch. That's what I was on. Because like the simulation is trying to like creep back into my mind and trying to like distract me from, like, cause it's like a fight, between your consciousness and the simulation. When you're waking up, when you're becoming subconsciously conscious, it's like, in the film The Matrix, I told people that art does depict reality. So it's like some bug that really like latched onto some of us and caused some of us to wake up. It's like a glitch in the matrix and caused us to become ourselves glitches in the matrix. So it's like what do you call them? The Sentinels? That's what they call them? I'm not sure. There's another film, man. Oh, the Terminator, that too. I'm talking about like the Matrix now, but there's a strong synchronicity between the Matrix and the Terminator. But like the Sentinels, like they're just after us. I think those are the bad guys. They're just like after us, just trying to get us to forget and go back to sleep. They're trying to put us back to sleep, But like, no program is perfect. Like when you download an app, whether game, business, whatever app you download from Play Store, the Apple Store, or I don't know about Apple Store. I'm gonna talk about Play Store, Google Play Store. Okay, because I never owned an iPhone before, so I don't know. But like in the Google Play Store, sometimes you download apps and, they've been working so well, and all of a sudden they start like giving a lot of trouble, glitches in the system, in the app, bugs and all. And then they gotta like, repair them. And some of them, they don't even really repair these apps, but it's like something like that. That's like pretty much the life that we're living now. Like, what we're seeing is not really what's there. It's just a simulation. And then we like wonder to ourselves, are there gods out there who are like fucking around our minds and like creating these simulations, like these these algorithms, these programs, like to create a picture, to create a form that probably doesn't really exist. Men and God kind of shit. Okay? And it's like, taking me back to like mythology and stuff, like Greek mythology and stuff like that, like that's astrology, like, talking about the gods, Hades, Ares, Apollo, Aphrodite. Yeah, those like are connected, those, deities, they're connected to zodiacal frequencies, So we want to like, man, the gods must be crazy. They'd be like playing with people's lives and shit. But like, do they consider our lives, petty, not petty but trivial, not of much importance? And then we start thinking outside the box now. And it's like the creations are now revolting against the creators. Like Pandora box kind of shit. It's like, a lot of things that human beings know, that like as spiritual beings in this 3D experience, what we know is like, it was like that we used to destroy and hurt each other and ourselves, is like it was given to us by these gods, or and then you got Zeus, if you know the story of Pandora, thanks to that YouTube channel. Is it what, Mythology and Fiction, something like that? I think that's the site the YouTube channel that I was like listening to. I mean, a little here and a little there, and each one teach one, and I was listening to the story of Pandora, and it makes a lot of sense, and it just actually reminded me of something that I experienced. But it's like Zeus gave Pandora, but she is his goddaughter or something, or his daughter. He gave her this box with doom and despair and destruction for mankind. Told her not to open it, but he knew she was gonna open it. She did, and he gave her because he was angry that the other gods, or this particular god, showed man how to make fire, something of that sort. But I'm gonna just paraphrase and put in my own context based on how I sense and feel is intuitively. It's like the God. It's like, and it connects back to like even the Bible, like, with Enoch and stuff like that, talking about like, the angels who, taught men how to make, weapons and, drugs and all kinds of stuff, makeup, and all kinds of stuff, like for women to create illusions to deceive men and blah, blah, blah. And then going back to, mythology, men and gods, it's like Zeus was just really wrought because, man, had a little edge or power because they were taught how to make fire, and it's just way more than that. And so he added grief and chaos to that, by giving Pandora a box. I think Pandora, I'm not sure, was his niece or his daughter or his goddaughter, but she was of some close relations to him. She actually opened the box, and that released a holy terror upon humanity. And it kind of reminds me of what's happening now in regards to the C-19, global warming, and all kinds of natural disasters. And you wonder, it's like, these stories, are they really just stories, or are they history, or reality? Who is Pandora? Who is she or he? Who is Pandora? But like, if we follow the story, pretty much it's something that cannot be taken back. So, is humanity on the brink of extinction? That's what we want to know. That's the question to ask right now, because we know that we are a part of a simulation, a program. We know that what we see isn't real, isn't really what's there. It's just manipulating of frequencies and energies, and we're just playing along. The gods are playing with us, like those of us who are subconsciously conscious, and we're just playing back with them. And it's just pretty much that. I heard a synchronicity in the distance. So it's just really that. It's like transcending above religion, because religion too is a major part, a foundation of that simulation to keep people bound. But once you start to transcend, becoming, high vibrational beings, wiser, you detach from religions, and you realize what is true. And what is true is none of this is true.